Hello guys, welcome to TMXing Adventures. Lisa here. Hey, I hope you've had a fantastic day. Today we are kicking off a brand new series and it is actually a series on carnivore cooking. Now I've had some people reach out to me in recent times and say, hey, I'm following this lifestyle for this season or ongoing, whatever it might be, and how can I use my Thermomix? And I looked and couldn't find any resources, so I've created some for you. So if you haven't already, jump over to TMXing Adventures, subscribe if you haven't already. Those of you who subscribed the night before last, you got this download to your inbox. You got that there, okay? For those of you who weren't subscribers, jump over there. I will send the follow-up to you guys so that you have the most recent news from me, but importantly, you have the download with all my favorite carnivore style recipes. So today we're going to start with making butter. And by the way, if you're not sure about the carnivore's lifestyle, it's kind of the next step past keto. Okay, so I won't get into too much details because I actually don't, it's not about keto or carnivore. It's actually about food in your Thermomix, ultimately, bottom line, right? And for most of us, and I'm not going to say all of us because I know I have some vegan and vegetarian friends who watch on, so I do apologize. This month is not for you. Actually, the beginning is. We're making butter, so that's for you, unless you're vegan. But then we're going to take butter and make ghee, and then we're going to make a beautiful hollandaise sauce based on butter, yeah? And then we're going to get into the meats and how we can use our Thermomix to make our life easier in the kitchen when it comes to meat, because I am that cook who would burn my meat trying to get lots of things done at the same time in a kitchen. And Thermomix makes that easy and achievable, so I have no more burnt meat. And actually, better than that, I have amazing meat, not just average meat. So today I'm going to show you how to make butter. As you're watching on, please engage. So as you're watching the replay, say hi, comment, like, that sort of stuff, because it tells Facebook and those of you on YouTube later on watching the replay tonight, it tells them that you want to see this content. You stop engaging, guess what? They stop sharing it with you. So do make sure you comment, and I'd love to know, actually, as you do comment, who's made butter before? Have you done this in your Thermomix? Because it's amazing, okay? And it's just one of those like, oh my gosh, I did it kind of moments. I was lucky the other night, they had marked down butter half price, expires today. So this is, I'm actually going to make a big batch today. It is on Cookie Dough. I'm not going to follow Cookie Dough because it's so incredibly simple. And I guess I'd like to give you guys some manual cooking at times as well. So today I'm going to manually cook with you, but you could follow Cookie Dough. Okay, simple as that. Now I'm making a double batch. You don't have to make a double batch. It is perfect for expiring cream. Whether it's thickened cream or pure cream, we like pure because there's nothing extra in it. But it actually turns to butter and buttermilk faster. You get 2-for-1 product. How cool is that? I love the fact that you actually get, you're getting butter and you're getting buttermilk, which we just keep in the fridge or freeze. Like, it doesn't keep long in the fridge, so you don't leave it there for long. And then use it in cooking. So it goes really well in your breads and scones and things like that. So I've got two here. So it's going to take a wee bit longer for mine to whip up today, because I've got such a large volume in there. Okay, I've got 2 600 cartons, but I just love doing this. All right, so in essence, we're going to go thick and cream, but we're going to go further, and we're going to use a butterfly. Now, whether you've got a TM31, by the way, if you've got a TM31, we've only got days left for you to take advantage of the current trade up, where you actually get a $250 discount and a free bowl set. And you get to keep your Thermomix now, because Thermomix don't want to take it back if you love it and you've got it and it's in great condition. You can keep it, you can gift it to someone. It's totally up to you. Keep it on the bench and put it next to your TM6. If that interests you, reach out. But some guy did his PhD between the TM31 and the TM6 coming out and recreated it. So you'll notice it's a different style. It aerates faster. But it does still have a maximum speed 4. Okay, I like to point out when I'm using butterflies, the do's and don'ts, because it's something we don't use all the time. Like, it's a necessity. There's times we need it, but you don't use it that often. So speed 4, any accessory with Thermomix does not go past speed 4. Butterfly is one of them, and it does come with your Thermomix. Now it goes behind the high blades. Now you might look at my bowl and yeah, I could have put my butterfly in first, but I wanted to make a point today. Sometimes we forget, or sometimes we just don't, sometimes we've got food in our bowl. This goes behind the high set of blades. Okay, so in there right now, couldn't tell high or low, right? So I'm going to actually put this in and I'm going to do a bit of a jiggle and a wiggle, and I'm going to find, I'm sitting on it right now, I can feel that that's the high blades. Okay, as I go around, it goes plop and it's in place and it's locked in. Now, if I get it in the wrong place, it's not terrible. Okay, in the case of like today, making butter, it's not the end of the world. It probably won't bounce off. Most of the time it doesn't bounce off. It bounces off if there's like an inconsistent texture in there. So say you're making your Fruity Dream ice cream, one side's got a few chunks in it and the other side's smooth. That's when it can get a wobble, and if it's not in the right position, it's more chance of jumping off. Okay, it's only like $20 to replace. It's not the end of the world. But if I can help you not do that in the first place, then all good, right? So, butterfly in, okay? When I turn it and I give it a pull, it doesn't come out. It's locked underneath. Lid in place, by the way, sad story. Lid hit the floor. One of the kids was cooking with it. I have a chunk missing out of my lid. Anyway, waiting for a new one to arrive. So not ideal. Definitely would not be making hot foods with it. But for the moment, doing cold stuff, it's okay. I'm just making sure that that little bit that's missing is not sitting on the little bit at the back here, little knobbly thing, okay? So what did I say? Maximum speed 4. Now, we'll turn this up. Oop, there. There we go. Now this is going to change sound as it progresses. We are going past thick cream, and I hope you can hear me. We're going past the thickened cream, and we're looking for a slapping sound. If we get slapping sound, and we're making icing for a cake, we've gone too far. Oh, it's already starting. Can you see it jiggling? That's what we want. We want to wait for it to throw out the buttermilk and leave the solids. Alright? It's starting to sound really wet. That's what we want. It's really starting to shake now. The sound has changed. Let me see if I can show you. Oh, it's like a massive thing of thickened cream. Look at that. I just want to pause at this point and show you something, okay? Now, if you've got brand new fresh cream that doesn't expire for 2 weeks, this is going to take a long process. It's terrible. Try not to do it, okay? Oh my gosh, does that not look? I'm going to show you guys. Look at that. That looks phenomenal. I wish I had a camera on. I'd like my phone to take a picture. It looks like Fruity Dream, but with cream. You wouldn't want to put more than that in to whip up. Now, if I was to put this on a cake, I would be disappointed. It started to split, so it's going to have a weird texture. And on the tongue, it's got the weird oily texture already, okay? It does taste like cream. So you've gone too far. If you were looking for icing for a cake or scones, or making my condensed milk ice cream off Recipe Community, you've gone too far. You'd be sad, okay? But that's okay, because we want to go further today. But I just wanted to stop and point that out to you. And it's actually all about listening. Even when you're following the guided recipe, it just says to keep going until you've got the buttermilk out of the liquids and solids showing. Okay, so they're not going to tell you it takes 2 minutes, because on a fresh lot of cream, you might be whipping for 4 minutes. Whereas an expired today cream has taken me so far 48 seconds to get to here. And let's put this on, go back up to speed 4, and let's watch it. It's going to get messy. We're going to hear it release the water and start splashing around in there. I may need to put the measuring cup back in. Look at the texture change, it's shaking my machine. It looks so yummy, it looks like an ice cream Fruity Dream. Oh, the dairy's on my throat. Here we go, it's starting to split. See if I can get you in there to show you. I'm hoping it's not too much for it. In a second, we'll hear it slapping the sides. The water's coming out of the buttermilk. Here it goes. Here it goes. This is what we're looking for. Now it's going to start changing sounds. Waiting for those solids and liquids to split, okay? Here we go. sorry, I am making this a bit of a drawn out process. I want to show you something. In this texture, can you see in the middle of the butterfly at the moment, the water coming out? It's not water, it's buttercream. We're already in that process. We're not far enough along yet. Oh, look at that, it's sinking. That's because we've now got liquids and solids. What I'm looking for is a slapping the sides of the bowl sound. That tells me we are split in two, and you will see this Thermomix rock and roll, okay? So let's put this back on. Let's get back up to speed 4. Hoping you're learning some tips. That much liquid out, it's literally, I'd have to put the measuring cup in. Please don't do yours with the measuring cup out. I just wanted you to see what's happening inside of there, okay? Let's check. Now I've got butter and buttercream. How cool is that? Buttercream, buttermilk. Buttermilk, sorry guys. Now, if I just take this butter out now and I use it on toast, it's phenomenal, but it's not gonna last long. It's gonna last the time that was on your carton. Okay, because it's going to expire. The buttermilk is what will actually cause this to expire. So our job now is to wash all of that buttermilk out. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a vessel. Okay, we're going to use, I'm going to put this on top. I'm going to put a simmering basket in place. We do not need to line it. I feel like that's going to fall in. I might change containers. This one, there we go. Can you guys see what I've done there? Let me just move out the way. So I've got a clear container just to show you guys. I'd do it otherwise in a thermo server or whatever. Sometimes I do it straight into a jar. Okay. Open the lid. We don't need the a milk bag. That's all I was trying to say. So out comes this beautiful buttermilk. Okay. Now I'm going to take the butterfly out in a moment. Oh, it's coming out. The butter is coming too, which is fine. That's why they've got the simmering basket there. It's the butterfly I don't want to fall out. I want to show you guys that position of the butterfly before it comes out. I'm sure I brought a spatula in. Oh dear, we're going to get our hands dirty. That's all right, I have a washer. All right, so let me just get the rest of this butter out. So when you've got a spatula, you actually just press it out with the spatula. Okay, I don't press it out in my hand because I don't have one. But before we do, let's talk about butterfly for 1 more second. So I just want to make sure this is kind of something you understand. You can see in here, there's a high blade there. It's got a knuckle. If you can remember anything from today, you go behind the knuckle. Okay, knuckle. The other side of this blade over here, here goes the fingers that I didn't want to do, we'll have the other high blade. So the high blades oppose each other on opposite sides. There we go. Please don't put your fingers in if you've got a brand new Thermomix. Your blades are super sharp. Okay, mine's not a brand new bowl or Thermomix, so mine is not super sharp. Okay, come on out, last bit. Okay, so in there you can now see high blade, its little tips pointing up, and knuckle opposing each other. Okay, if I look the 90 degrees to that, I've got the low blades. They do the bottom of the bowl. So when I was digging around earlier, just wiggling it to take it off, I was doing this till I found the high blades, and then I was guaranteed that if I went anti-clockwise of that, that's where I would need to be. Okay, have a feel, have a practice of that, see what you think. Now, while I remember, the enemy of butter is heat, yeah? So if you take too long in this process, or it takes so long that your cream heats up, you're going to find it's a bit challenging, okay? Just a little tip. So don't leave it like I'm chatting today a bit much, is what I'm getting at. Now, I want to get a little bit of that butter off the butterfly, because I'm not going to use the butterfly again, so I'm just going to put this back in place. Measuring cup back in place. Now to get the butterfly clean, speed 4 again for just a couple of seconds. Okay? That's it. It just went and everything came to the outside. To delete these numbers off the screen, by the way, particularly the time one today, swipe it down and it takes it back to 0. Okay? So see how how now it's pushed that extra out of the butterfly and to the sides. So now I can easily give it a jiggle. There's a little bit left, but not much. We're not going to use the butterfly again. And I can now strain out the rest of the butter. So I'm just pouring out the buttermilk, and then that butter comes out. Now we're going to wash. The washing step is next, and as I said, it's the longevity of the butter so that it lasts beyond the expiry. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use iced water to wash this. Now why iced? Because heat and butter don't get along. I am going to give this, ideally with the spatula, I really don't know what I did with it. It was here before, I'm sure. Ideally, I'm going to give it a squeeze out, okay? Which I'm really hesitating. You guys know. I'm like, I have to touch this. Okay? So behind me, I've got a jug with water and ice. See how I'm squeezing the liquid out? Look at how much butter's made, guys. Like, butter can be super expensive. So to make it yourself, it's a game changer, okay? And even just to have the skills to make it yourself. There might be a time when you want to make something, but you can't buy butter or whatever reason. Like, maybe it's just not on your supermarket shelves. Okay, I'm going to put it back in. I'm not going to play with it anymore. I really don't love playing with my food. I love making it sometimes. I like making novel things like this. I just don't like handling it. Whew, so slimy. Ugh. All right. Alright, so cold water, alright, at least 500 mils. I am going to break this down a little bit before I wipe my hands. I want it against, like, to be able to hit the blades while it's in one big clump on top. Remember, it's not going to touch the blades. Alright, icy water at the back. Oh, it's melted my ice cubes. It was icy, alright. Let me bring the scales up, at least 500 mils, because I know the standard recipe when you're making... my table's rock and rolling. When you're making it with 600 mil is usually 500. So you want over 500. It doesn't have to be perfectly over 500. I might just use the lot, shall I? 900 will do. I would have stopped if I only had 500. I would have happily stopped there and confidently stopped. Now, by the way, this washing liquid, this is not something you want to keep. Okay, it's not buttermilk. Okay, it's not the same. Buttermilk, by the way, it would be another good reason to actually make your own butter if you ever need buttermilk for a recipe. Now I'll be honest, if a recipe calls for buttermilk, I will grab milk and a little bit of vinegar or lemon, and that's what I use. But say you wanted to be true to form and you wanted to actually use buttermilk, then make it, because it's the same price and you're going to get like butter and buttermilk, yeah? All right, speed 4 again. So everything in this recipe is speed 4. We're washing it. Doesn't take long. 10 seconds, 20 seconds. I'm not going to take this off. I'll wear it, probably. It's just washing. That's all it's doing. Getting all that buttermilk out. I'm not wearing it. I thought I was going to wear it. Didn't wear it. Okay. And then last bit, let's put it in here. Now you do want to press it out well, okay? If you've got a cheese mold, you can mold it with a cheese mold. I normally just wrap it in Glad wrap and put it in the freezer and take it off as I need it. If you're going to use it straight away, or you know you're going to use it in the next few days, leave it in your fridge, that's fine. It depends how well you squeeze it out, okay? If you do another wash, and some people do, okay? If I knew I wasn't going to be using it soon or I didn't want it in the freezer, I would actually wash it again, and that gets rid of the last of the buttermilk. Most of the time they do 2 washes traditionally to get rid of it, and then you're good because the buttermilk's gone. It's not going to go off, okay? So unless it's contaminated. So now I just drain it, and as I said, you don't keep this one. This is kind of like a very lame buttermilk. It's not got a flavour to it, and you've got your own butter in there. It's as simple as that. How cool is that? Now, tomorrow, hopefully, I'm going to come back and show you how to turn butter into ghee. Now, I won't use this. Now, I could, but I'm not going to, because I know for most of you, if you want to make ghee, because you need to be dairy free, so ghee has cooked it down and actually got rid of the dairy out of it, or naan bread and you want to cook it in some ghee. Like, ghee is expensive, okay? So that's going to be our next video we do, but I will use just store-bought butter, because I know a lot of you guys, if you go to make this, you will probably just grab for your store-bought butter, unless you feel like being a bit creative, like, and taking your own and making it. But we'll talk more about that in the next video. But that is how simple. By the way, I need to squeeze it out. I'm not going to on camera. I've done enough touching, and I'm going to get my spatula and squeeze it out with the spatula. But that's how easy it is to make butter. Okay, if you haven't done it, game on, give it a go. Okay, so then you can go, wow, I made butter, it's amazing. Share it with your friends and family, show them. Take pictures. I was actually talking to someone on the phone the other day, and she was saying, oh my gosh, I love sharing my pictures of what I make online. Well, she's going to join us as a consultant now, which is fantastic. And by the way, if you've ever been curious about becoming a consultant, reach out. I'd love to give you information. I'd love you to become part of our Thermomix consultant family. You will learn so much about your Thermomix, so much faster. Okay, not only that, you'll inspire those around you. You will be teaching them how they can do things a bit different in their home, and just giving them an opportunity for something different, you know, and you just never know where it's going to take you. 10 and a bit years ago, if you told me I'd be here now sharing butter with you online, I wouldn't have believed you, can guarantee that. So otherwise, guys, thanks for joining me today. Go over, subscribe if you haven't already to my website. Those who are subscribing now, I will make the effort to send you the download. Okay, it is 16 recipes. I actually printed it, but the printer's now, with our soon renos, it's outside, and I forgot to go get it before you came online. So you'll have to hang tight for me to show you. And I know a lot of you guys do print them and you put them in folders and stuff, which is super cool. And that's why I keep doing them, because I want you to get the most out of your Thermomix. I want you to not get stuck at dinner time, or, you know, like in the case of this, you know, you go to make something, you're like, oh, it calls for butter. I don't have butter, but I've got a carton of cream there, or thickened cream there. How cool is that? So that's what I want to empower you to be able to not drive to the shops and buy the butter, but to be able to open the fridge and go, I got cream, let me whip that up, let me turn that into butter, and buttermilk as a bonus. And you didn't drive to the shops, you didn't put extra things in your shopping trolley, like you got what you need to do what you need to do with it, which is super cool. Anyway, hey Sue, thanks for saying hi, lovely to have you on today. Otherwise, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Gonna do some ghee. I'm really excited about the ghee. We haven't done ghee here in our house for a little while, and it's amazing. I don't know why I don't do it more often, because it's beautiful. But otherwise, guys, I'll see you in the next video for ghee making. In the meantime, remember to comment, have a go at making your own butter. Try and stalk the shops for the expiring ones. If you can get them, like mine expires today. If it expired yesterday and it was closed still, I would still use it. Probably in a few days' time, I would still use it, okay? So they won't sell it to you after that, though. But, yeah, get onto that. You know, give it a go. Thickened cream, pure cream, they will all whip up beautifully into amazing butter that you can use. So otherwise, guys, take care, and I can't wait to see you in the next video soon. Reach out if I can help you with anything on your Thermomix. But otherwise,